stay in the Northwest. Bushy Maape is set to become Northwest Premier. Of course, he's been sworn in as a member of the Provincial Legislature. Maape replacing Job Mokgoro, who was recalled by the party following internal factional battles. eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge has been tracking developments in the Northwest Provincial Legislature. Joining us now. Sipi, before we get to Bushy Maape's swearing in, it's just so interesting what we're hearing about Siphamandla Goge, that he has actually managed to win a battle over his suspension. You've been focusing on this province quite a lot of late. Do you still think that he's a man of influence who could influence things given this victory?
There's no way you can talk about politics in the Northwest without mentioning Siphamandla Goge. Either you like him or not, whether you like him or not, he's still a dominant political player in this province. And I can tell you that it's interesting that my colleague Pule Jones is covering that story about the developments, because I can bet my last cent that this political drama in the Northwest is not over. Yes, the National Disciplinary Committee of the ANC is saying, well, the Provincial Disciplinary Committee did not do things accordingly, reversing or reverting the matter back to the province. But few minutes ago, I interviewed Hlomani Chauke, who is the interim Provincial Committee's coordinator in the Northwest. He tells me that Siphamandla Goge remains suspended. That tells you that that drama will continue in the Northwest. Yes, Siphamandla Goge is at the center of politics in the Northwest. The fact that Job Mokgoro is gone now as the Premier, there are those who are making allegations that one of his alleged sins was that he was seen to be too close to Siphamandla Goge. So to answer your question, he is still a very much dominant player here.
All right, so as we know, Siphamandla Goge was replaced by Job Mokgoro, and Job Mokgoro is now being replaced by Bushy Maape. And it's taken a while, but today Maape was sworn in as an MPL, member of the Provincial Legislature. Talk to me about the next steps.
Well, today was significant in a sense that he's been waiting on the wings. That is, Bushy Maape has been waiting in the wings for a number of weeks now. There has been a stalemate ever since the Interim Provincial Committee of the ANC in the Northwest announced that Job Mokgoro was going to be recalled and replaced by Bushy Maape. So for now, Bushy Maape has been sworn in as a member of the Provincial Legislature. This is important because it paves the way for him to be eligible to be nominated and elected the Premier of the province. From now on, what will happen is that next week, Tuesday, on the 7th of September, that's when there will be a sitting. All members of the legislature will be there. They will have to nominate and vote for the Premier. And the ANC is hoping to nominate Bushy Maape for that position. But of course, there are issues and concerns with the ANC's caucus in the legislature. But today, Bushy Maape was just, not saying much except to say he accepts the mandate of the ANC. But during the swearing-in ceremony, there was a media blackout. The media was not allowed inside. No reasons were given really, except to say, well, because of COVID-19. But that is bizarre because the media was invited to today's ceremony, but it was not allowed inside. So we did have a chance to ask Bushy Maape how he feels about being sworn in. This is what he had to say.
I think what I want to say is that I've been called to serve. And I'm not called to serve alone. I'm called to serve with others, and I've agreed to make myself available.
Yeah, he looks somewhat relieved, I have to say. We're going to quickly play the bite. You also spoke to Hlomani Chauke, who you mentioned earlier, the ANC IPC chair. Let's have a listen to what he had to say.
The ANC is committed to deliver service to our people, and as we all know that the nomination process of what will happen moving forward, it's a matter of the legislature that will then deal with the issue of the premiership, which will take place, as I understand, on Tuesday next week. And we believe that the candidate-elect of the African National Congress will come out victorious in that process of the legislature that is going to take place on Tuesday next week. So for that reason, the ANC has made sure that in making sure that Comrade Bushy has been confirmed as a member of the legislature, we have followed all the transcripts of the law. We have made sure that at all levels of engagement, we have made sure that the law is followed to the letter. And then we are very happy and comfortable today where we are sitting that there are no shortcuts that have been done.
So Hlomani Chauke there, so quite pleased about the fact that the new Premier is about to be installed. But of course, Pulele Tweety-Jones' story about Supra Mahumapelo winning really in his fight with the IPC is going to be very interesting to see how things play out in the Northwest Province. Thank you so much for chatting to us this afternoon. That's senior reporter Siphamandla Goge.